Hey everybody, it's me, V the Secret Scholar, and it's a very rainy evening. It's been a long day, but I had to get on here and talk about a show I haven't talked about in a while because some juicy tea then came out. Love is Blind. When I first started this channel, I started doing Love is Blind recaps. That was some of my most popular videos, and it's one of my most favorite shows. And this the tea that's dropping is on season 2, and I wanted to go ahead and speak on it a little bit because it kind of, unfortunately, it played out how I thought it was going to play out based on the shenanigans that were happening during the season, and I definitely recognize it based on some things that I've been through. So I'm watching it, and it was like watching a car crash, not being able to stop it, but not being able to turn away. And it also hit up on a few of the things I talk about on this channel. I like to say what we learned in a day, what we learned in a day. And we learned a lot from this situation. And before I get into the situation and reveal what the situation is, how's everybody doing? Hope this video finds you safe, blessed, and loved. I'm Via CPS Scholar, and my channel is for you. It's for me, but it's for you. We have a good time on here. So do me a favor if you're one of my supporters, or you drop on here and you're just, I love the view. Thank you for the view. It doesn't cost me anything for you to like, move me up the algorithm. I've been dropping in and out of here because it's been kind of busy and crazy in regular everyday life. But I wanted to make sure I at least dropped a video. So I'm going to try to at least I'm going to do false promises. I'm trying to do at least a video a day, but we'll see what happens. But before we get all into what's going on and go through what happened, let me hit you with the intro. Don't mind me. I'm having way too much fun. And it's raining so hard in my background, but I'm loving every minute of it. Now let's go into the intro. All right, there was my intro. As my intro says, my channel is about reactions, reviews, and grown up conversations. I guess this counts as a reaction and a grown up conversation. But what are we talking about today? And what are we learning today? We're learning today, don't be anybody's option or second choice. It never works out well, especially if you're a woman dealing with a man. But let me go ahead and add what's going on. So, who are these beautiful, lovely people? Jarrett and Iyanna. Where are they from? Season 2 of Love is Blind. So, they had a very, very interesting love story. The first picture that you see, if you've never watched Love is Blind, we have a bunch of singles going to what they call the pods, and they speak to each other through the pods, and then it's like a 2-week process. So, they're spending all day, every day with each other and deciding without seeing each other who they want to be with and propose to. So these singles who didn't have luck in love, they get together, talk to each other, and they decide who they want to propose to. Hence the reason the show is called Love is Blind. They finally see each other in person. They decide whether or not, they propose. Well, they propose first, I believe. They propose first, then they see each other in person. Then they decide they're going to get married or not, right? And then they go to the honeymoons, and then they go basically live life together, and then they have their they have their weddings, they meet up at a resort first. Sorry, let me get it right. They decide they're gonna propose, they meet up at a resort, they meet families, all that other good stuff, friends, they do bachelorette parties, all that good stuff, and they get married. And so this is supposed to be a different process of meeting, a crazy way to match make, and let people see if love is actually blind, or if actually seeing each other in person will make all that good bonding and intimacy that you built while in the pods and not seeing each other matter. So, like I said, it's Iyanna and Jarrett. And what I remember about them, I guess I can go through their timeline. But before I go through their timeline, let me go ahead and read the statement that was put out, because they're getting divorced now after 14 months of marriage. What's going on, family? After much thought, we're saddened to share that we have separated and will begin the process of divorcing. While we have love for each other, our lives are going in different directions, and that's okay. Coming to this decision was far from easy, and we will always wish each other the absolute best. I can't read today. We hope you all will give us some space as we close this chapter of our lives. Thank you to our close friends and family for loving us both through our experience. To the Love is Blind family and Netflix, thank you for this unforgettable opportunity and support. Each of you have brought overwhelming. Oop, 1 second, y'all. Of course, mommy things. What'd you say? Okay, can I lock it? Is what you're saying? Yeah, I'll lock it. What do you mean? Okay, aren't you in the car? No, you're fine. I'll handle the door. Bye. Love you. Bye. Sorry, y'all. Mommy stuff. Anyways, yes. So, let's see. Netflix. Thank each of you have brought overwhelming love and joy into our lives. This experience has taught us so much about ourselves, vulnerability, and love. We don't regret a thing. Well, that was a really good PR statement. So let me go ahead and drop this off the screen, and I'm gonna pull up a little quick little timeline, and I'm gonna speak on what happened in my summation, what I think the problem was, and what we can learn from this. So, and I promise it's supposed to be a quick video. So, so we have them. Let me go to this. They met up in the podge. They forged a strong connection. And what I noticed about them when they connected, they were mostly connecting over trauma bonds. He had a rough childhood. She had a rough childhood, and he kept saying he never told her that he loved her because she was pretty, her personality, any of that stuff. He said he loved her because she was a strong black woman that had been through adversity. I said, oh, red flag, red flag, red flag. Lord, we all know men fall in love with their eyes, women fall in love with their ears. And why does every black woman have to be tied to some type of struggle in order to prove her worth to say for somebody to marry her? It really set me off. As you can see, I was triggered. He also had another person that he met in the pods turned into a love triangle because it was Mallory. Ugh, I did not like fake J Lo. I did not like Mallory. You could tell she was a freak. Not that's not the reason I didn't like her, but something about her personality was very off-putting, and it felt like when she was talking, she was saying all the right words, but it wasn't genuine. But he fell for it. They supposedly bonded over sports, and Jarrett said it was a hard time to find somebody that like a girl that likes sports, and they gave each other's nickname Mal Mal and Jer Bear, and they were all in love and everything. So he had two girls that he was into, and I don't really ever think he was really into Iyanna. Into Iyanna and Mallory. So he actually proposed to Mallory first, and Mallory told him no because she said he would basically, she didn't say it to him, but he would usually be her type, but she was trying to do something different. And that man boo hoo cried. I say, Lord, this man is boo hoo crying. Man, it's okay to show your emotions. That's not what I'm upset about. But this man sat up here and boo hoo cried over this lady and then turned around and proposed to Iyanna and said she's what he needed and he highly respected her. And that sounded like your mama boy. Anyway, so there was always a big scandal because it felt like Iyanna was his second option. But he swore that he actually loved her and he made the right choice and everything was all good. So this when they met, she wore this yellow dress that was super interesting. I'm not even gonna go there. But I have a feeling Jarrett took a lovely deep sigh of relief because he liked how Iyanna looked. She's a very cute girl, a little girl, very cute girl. At this point, he hasn't met Mallory. They hug, and he says they fit like she fits like a glove. And I didn't expect her to look like that. Her voice doesn't match what she looks like, but I'm happy as hell. Wow. Yeah, so she sounded like struggle, y'all. She sounded like struggle. All my life I had to fight. He thought it was gonna be a strong black woman, and she appears to be. She's definitely black, but she appears to be mixed with something else. But I think she was abandoned by her parents when she was little, and she got adopted by her like godparents, and she has a very interesting family dynamic. Very crazy. Then they went to the Mexican vacation, and baby Jarrett came out. I ain't gonna lie, cause he big like I like him. I said, "Woo, he fine." She said, "Woo, he fine." They were booed up in the pool, and they something went down in the shower. They want to say it didn't, but they were all hugged up. He was snoring, they were snoring. And he said he was holding her. Man, this girl's so beautiful. The physical connection we just have is strong as our emotional connection. It's only been 1 day, so he tapped that, y'all. Then they start learning to adjust with each other. And they were adapting to one another's routines and stuff. Jarrett used to go out every night and leave. She was a homebody. Jarrett liked to be outside, and he would be gone for hours. And she was not feeling it, but she was kind of scared to express herself. It felt like she was just worried that she would run him away because she just wanted to be married. They met the parents. The dad was like a pastor. The stepmom loved her. The godparents, everybody was good. They seemed to really like Iyanna. He said he was gonna go through it. I was really mad at Jarrett, not because I felt like this whole thing was a farce, but he went to his own wedding. If you look at those videos that I did before, he went to his own wedding without a lineup, and them damn dangly earrings I cannot stand. I'm sorry, I hate them, y'all. But when I saw he didn't take the wedding serious enough to get a lineup, I knew this was gonna be some straight foolishness. I said, okay, all right, Netflix, play with it. So everybody went home. They ended up being together, and it was a fight because the entire time, I could take this off the screen. It was a fight because the entire time, there was a discussion on. Everybody knew she was a second choice. She knew she was a second choice. She had to sit there and watch the show back and see that she was a second choice. It was gonna be a problem. And then they had other differences going on, so it was definitely gonna be a struggle. So let's go back to the screen. Back to the divorce words, right? So let's talk about a little bit how I felt. I felt like it was a mess since the love triangle. So when Jarrett, who's the black dude in the blue, saw Mallory, he knew he had messed up. He felt like he messed up in his mind. He like, you're just as beautiful as I thought you were gonna be. I dreamed you were gonna be this beautiful. I think he preferred Latinas, but he didn't want to say all that. He automatically saw her. She started flirting her. She was crossing her legs toward him. You know, the body language to show that you're attracted and you want to get it in. Flirting. Fake J-Lo was like saying shady things. Jarrett was throwing shade on Sal, who's this other gentleman, the ukulele playing Latinx man, who apparently he wasn't right either. He was upset and jealous because Jarrett threw shade because Mallory had told him that she wanted a gold wedding band and he got her like a silver or white gold and she wanted yellow gold, and I would have got you a yellow gold. So with Iyanna, he's all talking about let's struggle together and build together. But with Mallory, he's trying to provide and give her everything she dreams of. Sit with that for a minute. This is why I talk like I talk on this channel. It's BS. And Salvador, aka Sal, was feeling less than because he was shorter, or at least he appeared on TV shorter, smaller. She was obviously gaga over him, and he confronted both of them. And Iyanna still sat in the back and never said anything and sat there and absorbed because she was just happy to be getting married. And then Salvador had skeletons in his dang on closet because apparently he fell out with Mallory, which you know they both didn't end up together. Spoiler alert. Because he had his sneaky link, aka friends with benefits, show up to the house where he was living with his sisters because she had no idea he was going on this show to get married. Y'all. So this was all mess. So they're getting divorced, And what I learned from this situation is what I already saw when I was watching the show. You will suffer. I mean, technically, we will most likely be somebody's other choice because people date different people. But if you're blatantly somebody's second choice, don't do it. If the person's treating you like an option or acting like they did you a favor by being with you or giving you the time of day, or if the reason that they're connecting with you is completely superficial, this man cried over this lady. As soon as I would have found out he cried over this lady, I'd have been like, sorry, producers. I know y'all got to make a show. Y'all can record me for some other reason, like Chihuahua Face Alyssa did with Chris, Yuck Mouth Chris. I would have said, y'all can record me, but I'm not doing it. So maybe love isn't blind. So I feel like he was more physically attracted to Mallory was his type, and he was Mallory's type. But they both tried to change directions, supposedly based on the intimacy they felt with the other people, and love was not blind, y'all. Love was not blind. I do not celebrate people's relationships ending. I don't celebrate people's hearts being broken. I commend them for breaking it off if they knew it was going to work. And Iyanna, forgive yourself. You really thought you could make it work and you tried to do something different. Forgive yourself. It'll be okay. With that being said, let me know what you think about the shows. Let me know what you think about what happened. Did you see it coming? I definitely saw it coming. I did. We've all been a fool in love. So with that being said, let me go ahead and remind you too. Do me a favor and like and subscribe. It's free 99. It costs you nothing. I appreciate everybody that's already supporting me. And like I always say, well, before I say what we learned today, don't be anybody's second choice. But like I always say, love who loves you. May God bless you with everything that you need. And with that being said, the Sepia Scholar is out. I love y'all. Y'all heard that, Rain?